Hello everyone, welcome to Magickal Me. I'm Jamie Mendez, spiritual intuitive and oracle, here with my Moonday Oracle Message for the world as a collective this week. And this would be the week of December 11th, 2017. So when I say the world as a collective, what that means is a message, or I should say a general message of guidance for the highest good for all of us as one. So while Susie may experience life a little differently than Mary this week, it's definitely going to be, there's still something in the message, in the bulk of the message, that will resonate and affect each of you uniquely. So it still is here for everyone's highest and greatest good. And Moonday, the reason I refer to Mondays as Moonday is because Moonday is actually the ancient name for the day of the week known as Monday. And it is the day that, each day of the week is actually connected to a planet or has an astrological association. Get that out of my mouth. And so Monday is connected to the moon. And so today is a day for all things magical, mystical, intuitive, reflection, for truth. So this is a great day for us to be really sitting down, coming together, and finding out what it is that we most need to know for this week. Okay, so I see lots of people popping in. Hi, Barbara and Heather. Oh, you know what? I'm not even going to comment on that because I feel like if I say, oh, I'm doing great, something is going to be like, oh, really? So, yes, I'm going to second what Heather just said. So, hi, Angie. Hey, Trista. Hi, Jillian. Diane, Tammy. Sorry, I keep pushing this thing. No, I know, I'm not going to say it. Hi, Hannah. Welcome, sweetheart. Having a little problem with my tripod today, and it's like not wanting to behave. Hi, Lauren. Oh, wow. Well, thank you for sharing that. I hope that you had an easy time of it, though. I do hope that it was in the, highest benefit for you and all involved. Okay. So just breathe. Just try to breathe and release there. Hey, Zana, welcome. How is everybody doing today? How was everybody's weekend? We had a snowy weekend here in New Jersey, a little snowier than what we were even supposed to get, but it was pretty, and it brought out, I think, a lot of time for going within and dealing with things that needed to be done. Like, for example, I was able to go out and get my Christmas tree, and I was able to get it decorated. But at the same time, I balanced work and play, and it was just beautiful. It was cold outside, so I got to spend a lot more time in the house, which is unusual for me. But it was still great, nevertheless. So Jillian said I hibernated all weekend. Yeah, well, Jillian, over there in Scotland, I'm sure that you get it much more brutally than we do over here, so I'm sure of that. So, I see a couple more people popping in. Good for you, Tammy. I'm so happy to hear that. Lauren says I had a light and peace through it and know it all worked for good. Good for you. I'm glad to hear that. Good stuff. Trista says we didn't get snow, just rain, lots of cold. We also got our tree put up. The kids loved pine cone hunting. Oh, that sounds fun. Pine cone hunting. That sounds really fun. Oh, and thank the trees for the sticks that we got. That's beautiful. See, I love that. Teaching the kids young about being aware and compassionate to all things. Not simply the ones, not simply people or even simply just animals, but the trees and the plants and the flowers and even the insects and what they do for us, okay? Not really, Jillian? It's really not that cold there, really? Because I can imagine that it's probably really cold there. So, all right, everybody. So, quickly, I just want to talk about, so tomorrow is 12/12, okay? So it works out numerically. I'm not a astrological girl, but I am definitely a number girl. And I understand numbers in an intuitive way. Very consistent with numerology. Same thing. A lot of my information comes from numerology. But I'm not a numerologist. However, 12-12-1 is really what we're dealing with here. So we're dealing with the vibration of a 12-12 and a 1. So basically, this is said to be the last of the energetic gateways that we have. And I believe that it started off way back in August with the 8-8 Lions Gate. But then I think we had the 10-10, we had 11-11, and now we are in, and even 11-22 was a little something, but I think 11-11 was the major one, and now we are at the 12-12. So this is it's going to be a pretty potent one, and I feel like a lot of people are starting to have a lot of things be revealed to them, a lot of truth. A lot of power taking back is really what I have been personally working with people and myself on. Overcoming fears, helping people to take back their power from situations they didn't even realize were still affecting them, and some of it even from past lifetimes. So a lot of truth being revealed. I have had, everybody who knows me knows that I'm very big in animal messages and communicating on a telepathic level with animals, and I know that their presence is always something significant. And so the crow has been showing up everywhere for me this week, well, last week. This week, it's more about working with the owl. The owl is one of my personal totem messengers, as is the crow, but they're really being so obvious. So what they're coming in basically to remind me of is truth and clear-sightedness and things being revealed. And so it seems to be a reoccurring theme for everybody. And now that means to you what that means to you. However, for me personally, I'm starting to see bits and pieces of myself revealed, that even though I've been doing spiritual work for a very long time, and even though I have been a healer for a very long time, I'm starting to recognize a part of my essence that is my highest self, basically merging with myself, and revealing my own unique truths that weren't obvious to me before. And I do feel different. I know I talked about that maybe the week before, how I really do feel a shift. I feel like something shifted overnight, and I feel like it's hard to even put it into words. It's just a divine knowing, if you will. You know what? I just heard, in the world, not of it. That's how I feel. I feel like I'm in the world, but I'm not of it, which means that I have an intricate role here to play, not only for my own well-being and my own evolution, but for others' evolution and well-being. So in the world, not of it. And I'm starting to become more and more aware of how I am, and we all are vast, infinite beings. So my truth is being revealed. I'm sure lots of truths are being revealed. And some of the truths that are being revealed could seem devastating. I mean, they could seem hurtful. But remember that at the end of the day, sometimes things have to be, it's like playing with a pencil when we're little, and we're not supposed to be playing with it. What happens is mom comes in the room, sees us, and she takes it away, and we get upset. We might cry, because we don't understand why she just so rudely took that from us. But at the end of the day, mom took it to protect us, right? So we didn't hurt ourselves with it. So that's what's happening. So just keep that in mind, continuing to go forward. Like earlier when we had, I believe it was Laura commenting. Laura spoke of how she just embraced the light. I just want to make sure that Lauren. Sorry, honey. Lauren speaking, she talked about how she just embraced the light, and she knew, she recognized that this was here for, whatever was occurring, she just got to sail on through it. So, exactly. All right. Hi, Liz. Welcome, sweetheart. Trista says, I had a huge truth revealed with a traumatic childhood this past week. Lots of release followed. Wow. Well, I'm sure it's not easy, but healing our inner child is also, and things that happen from our wounded child that is still trickling down into us as adults, and shaped us pretty much as adults, because it wasn't allowed to heal as children, that's a big part of it. That is a really big part of it. So thank you for sharing that, Trista, and lots of love and healing to you, and keep on moving and keep on finding that power, you know. Honor that and keep on going. So, yeah, Trista, one of her spirit animals. Hannah says, oh my gosh, it's happening for me. Truth's power, release, and lots of tears. Good for you. Good. Yes, I'm going to clap for tears because that's release, and it's perfect. It's what you need, okay? What we all need. All right. Good, Trista. I'm happy to hear that. All right, so before I get into the Moonday reading, for everybody who is new to my page, what Moonday is I already explained, but the reading part is just a one-card guidance message for all of our highest and greatest good as to how we can best get through this week. So as a spiritual intuitive, I utilize my intuitive abilities as well as oracle cards to discern a message for us all for the week. After the Moonday reading, I then work with a mudra card deck, and in this mudra deck, I pull a card to basically literally take our power into our own hands and work with the energy this week, and kind of combines with the Moonday message, and this is something that we can do to best bring about the message that came through. So I'll explain what mudras are better for anybody who is unfamiliar with that once we get there, okay? I have a lot happening going on for the month of, lots going on for the month of December in regards to specials. So those of you who are still interested in a Yule reading, great for releasing the old, what's not serving you, and finding out what that is, as well as bringing in new energy and what you should focus on moving into 2018. That reading is again called my Yule reading, and it is a special offered for the month of December only for $15. There's also a 2018 12-month card reading giveaway. It's an event on Magickal Me, so find the event section, check that out, and it should say Magickal Me giveaway or 2018 reading giveaway. And you can find out what you need to do in order to be entered into the drawing to receive this reading. That's 12 months, and it's 24 cards total, so it takes quite a long time, but you get 2 cards per month of guidance. So basically, it's recorded. It allows you to be able to go back in each month and see how the information played out in your life, how you can best sail through that, or what you know to embrace going forward into that month. It's really, really good one and thorough to have. And so ordinarily, that reading goes for $65. For the month of December only, I am offering it for $45 if you don't want to wait for the giveaway. It will be available still in January, but at its regular price again. So go ahead on over, get entered in that drawing so that you don't miss out on that. Or again, you could reach out to me to book a reading with me. I have opened up my healing sanctuary within my home to taking in-person clients Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays for readings and Reiki energy healing sessions, or what I call my master healing sessions, which consist of Reiki, crystal, tuning forks, aura clearing, chakra balancing, the works. So if you're interested in booking a session, if you are local to the Phillipsburg, New Jersey or Allentown, Pennsylvania area, you are right within my vicinity, reach out to me. We can get your session booked. Again, I only do that on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. I also have available distant energy healing. So it doesn't matter if we are far, far away, we can still connect energetically. And I go through the whole ordeal of what it is that you expect, how I do it. And you also get your own personalized crystal healing grid while we do this, okay? So I think that's it. Classes are listed in the events. They're going to be starting back up in January. I'm also considering a monthly subscription group, membership group, and we'll be doing something interesting each month. I'm still waiting before I get the definite go on it, but again, if you are interested, let me know. Just comment, message me. There's a poll on Magickal Me right now. You can check whether or not you think that this is something you really want to try. Again, it'll be down to like moon rituals, new moon rituals, energy clearing, maybe even light attunements, different things. But it'll be different every month. Each month will have a new theme, and you'll get activities to do that month. And I'm thinking the way that I'm going to do it, instead of email, I think I'm actually going to utilize a Facebook group for everybody interested, in a private group for that. So if you have any questions about any of that, just let me know. I also have something very exciting to announce very soon. I'm waiting for my partner so that we can get together and announce it together. So I'm not even going to reveal who my partner is, but we will be doing something a little different, but bringing our gifts to the world in a different way. Okay? Hi, Lynette, my love. Welcome and thanks for being here. Hi, Bobby. All right, so let me get on with our reading. Okay, so this week I was guided to work with the Art Through the Eyes of the Soul Oracle. I love this deck. This is by Cheryl Yambrick Rose. It's a really potent deck. She even created what I refer to as a sister deck. Maybe she didn't intend it to be that way, but energetically I can feel they work so powerfully together. So, I know, I waved to her too, Lynette. Yeah, I waved to her. I knew she recognized me, but it was like we were passing really quickly, so no big deal. But yes, tell her I said hello, and I did see her. So yes, very great deck. I'm not surprised that I decided to work with it today because of the 12/12 gateway tomorrow. And remember, guys, we are moving also towards the big shabam, the solstice, the winter solstice, also known as Yule. Powerful, 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 energetic times upon us. And that will be 12, it'll be 1, 2, 2, 2, 1. Some stuff happening, okay? So all for the evolution, all for shifting and raising up in our vibration, and moving into this beautiful new era, okay? Oh, really, Jillian? Really? Oh, I love it. I'll have a talk with you later about that. And maybe that's why I don't read for people as much with this deck. And I use it for my own personal work because it is a very potent deck, okay? But let's see what happens today, okay? So let's see what guidance Spirit has for our highest and greatest good this week of December 11th. I knew it was going to be this card. I'm not lying to you. I think I pulled this card yesterday or possibly this morning. I think it was yesterday. I'm having it, the lines are blurring. But I knew it was going to be this card. Makes perfect sense. It says, love conquers death. Let peace prevail. Powerful message, right? Love conquers death. Love transcends all space and time. Love is the highest vibration that there is to embody that pure, unconditional love. So if you look closely, you've got what would look like a Knights Templar here. And he is holding a sword. And he's kind of pushing it down. It looks like it's going down through the earth. And he's seemingly on the surface, but something below him is happening, and he doesn't even realize it. And his sword is piercing the earth, going deep down and sending some energy down below. Whenever I see a sword, to me, I know, obviously probably for you fellas out there, swords represent like battle and warrior. But to me, swords always represent truth to me. I can't explain it. I'm sure there's something to it. But for me, I always hear the sword of truth. And so it's about standing firmly in your resolve and guarding your truth and honoring yourself, like being that divine warrior, almost like Joan of Arc. Okay, so always get that connection every time I see a sword. And to me, it seems that he's not using it for battle. He's literally doing what knights did, and he is anchoring that down into the earth below him where they took a knee. So he is bowing to the divine. He is bowing to truth. And he is basically, the card being, it says, let peace prevail. In the background, you have this really, I want to make sure I can see this well, very distant kingdom. And then even above the kingdom or the castle, you have, it looks like the sky opening up. And deep below, it looks like there is, it looks like it's the Holy Grail. So in essence, what is the Holy Grail? I mean, without going into a whole class on what the Holy Grail is, yes, Archangel Michael, sword of truth. And every time he comes in with that sword, I'm like, sword of truth. And it resonates with the color blue. So basically, like the Holy Grail really is about, it's divine union. And divine union in a sense of masculine, feminine energy blending as one. But also, on a deeper level than that, it's about your energy blending as one, coming into completion within yourself. And what did I say at the beginning of this? How I felt. I felt like I was like blending or drawing energy and power from my actual highest self. I feel like I'm like in alignment with my higher self. And so when we have a union between our highest self and our lower self, and we blend them together and come together as this being of completion, of oneness, it allows us to not be, it allows us to go forward in peace with no more, because our lower self is a lot of our shadowy stuff. It's ego. It's a lot of the broken pieces of ourselves and our fragmented soul, and that those karmic debts and ties and cords and bonds that we have never been able to resolve and to heal. So this is a really deep message, guys. So I'm just going to keep on going until I get there. But I hope that you're following me, because it's a really deep message. So I'm trying to break it down. So your highest self being that pure version of you, the most authentic version of your essence, your being, what you were created directly from source. So when you bring those together as the vessel of this purity on earth, you also at that point more than likely are, because you cannot embody your highest self and bring your lower self into balance if you are not in a space of love, of divine love. Does that mean that you don't ever get irritated or upset or angry? No. Remember, you're in the world, but not of it. You are a divine being living a human physical existence. So it does happen. But the point is to remember at the end of the day, divine love and compassion for everyone and all others. So giving that person a break that cut you off, maybe not being so hard on yourself about things. This is about embodying the essence of love, even for those who have wronged you in the past. So this is a message for those of you who aren't yet there, who haven't yet been able to bring out those shadows and honor them and acknowledge them, to bring them into completion and alignment with the highest part of you. The way to do that, the way to peace, is through love. And ultimately, love leads to forgiveness and healing and compassion. So lay down your battle swords and instead pick up your swords of truth this week. Honor your truth by allowing yourself to be in that space of oneness, to release those things that would block you from being able to achieve oneness this week. So literally, love conquers all, and it does transcend space and time, which means that if you are aware of your past life, even if you're not, and you're aware of at least past life, there is a cycle that must have come from a past lifetime. You can send love across space and time and heal it. You heal it here, you heal it then, and you heal it forevermore going forward. And you're released. You start to rise up freer, because one bind that was keeping you bound to this lower version of yourself is now broke free, and you begin to rise. And then something else comes along, another layer gets revealed, and a person that may have wronged you or may have left your life may have broke you down and knocked you off your feet for a second because you didn't see it coming. Send the love, send the healing and the compassion, so that you yourself can also let it go. That doesn't mean that you're not supposed to feel. Okay, that's important. We honor our shadows so we can heal them. We don't ignore our shadows or bury them, because that only leads to staying within our lower self and our shadows. They eventually rear their ugly heads, and not in a great way. So the message this week, everybody, is literally, let peace prevail through love. Love conquers all, literally. Remember, when you can transfer your perception, like I said happened to me, where yes, of course, I've been on my spiritual path for a while, and I know that I'm not solely human, or that I haven't had only human lifetimes, or that this isn't the only life I've lived. But there was still something that just didn't click, and I can't even tell you what it was, because I knew we are vast infinite beings. I already knew that. But it was like the alignment happened. And that's what it was, that all of a sudden I now see through the eyes of my highest self. If I can best explain that. I see through the eyes of my highest self, so now I completely understand how I am in this world, but not of it. And neither are you. So remember that. And neither is anyone else. So, heal the love. It's just a moment in time. Let it go and let love flow. Okay? Oh my God, Hannah. You just gave me goosebumps. It's made me cry. Well, I hope that that means that your heart is breaking open, because when our hearts, it takes something, it takes a physical death, you know, like a feeling like a physical death, not an actual death. A feeling like, I feel so much pain, I feel like I could die. It takes one of those sometimes to really burst our walls and defenses on our hearts open. Because at the end of the day, the ultimate goal for all of us is to achieve oneness and to embody divine love here on earth. Divine love is not something that is just offered above and just in the heavenly realms or the higher realms, or you know, whatever you refer to it as, whatever you see it as, this far off place where just the Virgin Mary is this energy that offers this beautiful divine love and unconditional forgiveness and compassion. And Kuan Yin, who actually came forward for me today, Kuan Yin, and these are these astrally magnificent beings that they're pure, but so are you. So can you be? And that's why they come forward to say, listen to me. I know, and I wish, had I known what I know now, then it wouldn't have taken so long, okay? So it's to burst your heart open so we don't block it anymore. We don't prevent ourselves from possibly getting hurt later. It's to feel on a deep, deep level, and to forgive. Imagine the leaps and bounds you jump when someone breaks your heart into a million pieces, and you say, I forgive you though. Whew. You just transcended. Okay? So take that message this week. Remember that for all. And be that light, guys. Be that source. Take what you hear today and spread it out. Shine it like it's light, and share it with every single person that you see going through it, that it's happening to. Just talk. Doesn't matter if the person hears you or makes sense, just talk, because that message is going to travel through sound, through energy. It's going to travel, and we shift, we help everyone. Okay? Hannah, much love and blessings to you, sweetheart. Good release for you. Okay? All right. Hi, Katrine. Welcome, sweetheart. Hi, Deborah. Hi, Lori. You guys just missed the reading. It's a pretty potent one. Master number 11 viewers. I was wondering. I was like, I didn't see a Jane. Did Jane pop in? Thanks, sweetheart. Welcome. But it's a potent message, so definitely catch the replay, okay? You don't miss this one. All right. So moving into, now I hope everybody's got their tissues, because I'm going to need some. These messages keep coming through. I'm going to need tissues here instead of coffee. So now is the mudra part. So how can we best move into this place of forgiveness and compassion? How can we get there? How can we shift our consciousness and our heart? Well, I'll tell you, it's already happening. But at the same time, mudras definitely have some breakthrough abilities, okay? So the deck that I like to work with has mudras and chakras. I know, Angie, it's like, woo-woo, mudra time. It is Mudras for Awakening the Energy Body, and this oracle deck is by Alison de Nicola. Has chakras and mudras in it, okay? So mudras, what are they? Well, I'm sure everybody's heard of yoga and how yoga positions, getting down into, downward dog and all those positions are not just to stretch your body, they are to open your energy centers and awaken your ki or chi or life force energy. And there's even some sorts of yoga that actually are kundalini based. So they activate your kundalini, which ultimately is your life force energy. Our energy is supposed to flow like a circuit, up and down, front and back, constant, without any holdup or blockage. But because we're human, many lifetimes and this lifetime, we've built up some emotional blocks, some physical deficits and blocks, and so our energy sometimes gets stopped up. And when that happens, it can have all sorts of issues, between emotional issues or physical issues, and definitely preventing us from coming into a place of enlightenment or a conscious awareness, because we aren't able to perceive higher than where we're resonating at vibration-wise. So working with mudras is literally like yoga positions for your hands. These are ancient Tibetan hand movements or gestures that allow us to direct energy combined with breathing to specific areas of our physical body, emotional body, or mental body to allow us to open up and release, okay? So they have a number of benefits, also physical. So the one that's going to come forward today, I do set the intention and ask for it to go hand in hand with our message for the week. So considering that this message this week was all about, forgiving and peace and embodying love, let's see how we can best do that. Well, we didn't get a mudra, but I'm going to pull a mudra anyway. But they're letting us know that it's pretty wow, because we just talked a lot about our higher selves, right? And connecting up there to source and bringing in that divine, pure energy within us here on earth. Crown chakra. Our crown chakra is that, well, right below our soul star chakra, but the two of them together, they're like our unicorn horns. They're like what connects us up here, or I should say, the funnel of divine wisdom and inspiration that flows down through our crown chakra. So I'll give you a little bit of information, and then I'm still going to pull a mudra, because I don't take the chakra cards out, because I feel like what comes out is supposed to come out. So I've been working with the symbol a lot lately. This is also known as the symbol, connected to Lord Shiva, that we also see a lot with him. So, which is about, interestingly enough, grounding, but it's through our higher, so it's almost like it's grounding source energy. So it is known as the Sahasrara. Is that what it is, Angie? Did I say it right? Sahasrara. The seventh chakra, it's often shown as purple or white in color. It's at our crown of the head, and its color is, again, like an ultraviolet or white. The symbol is 1,000-petal lotus flower. It rules all systems and your pineal gland. So when you work with this crown chakra, Angie says, Sa-Sara-Ara. Nope. I would never get it. I'm tongue-tied on a regular basis, so no disrespect to Sanskrit, but I'm not the best at that, okay? So its element is space. We work with the crown chakra, we start to affect all chakras, okay? There's a reason why in Reiki energy healing we actually start at the crown. Its qualities are freedom, unity. We're talking about unity this week. Lightness and joy. And when we ultimately forgive and find love and compassion, you know, we find our joy. We find our bliss. I know. It's gonna, that's the, I get the Spanish rolling down, but not that one. All right. Let us see what mudra comes forward to assist us. I'm going to make you start going live with me, Angie, and make you say the words when I pull the mudra, okay? So we're going to have like a little, okay. And look at this. What color is this? Now you see all the cards in this deck. There's green, there's yellow, there's red, there's blue, there's orange. And we pull a purple and white crown chakra mudra. It is spiritual truth. I cannot make this stuff up. So, and it's a number 38, which works out to be an 11. So absolutely, our spiritual truth is coming full force this week. In order to embody it, in order to hear it, to see it, to feel it, to be it, we've got to forgive, we've got to let go, we've got to transcend, okay? So it assists with integration, integration. We're integrating light and dark, right? Illumination and vision. It balances all system physically and energy centers of the body, supports a full yogic breathing, and enhances a sense of well-being. So working with this mudra, it's like we're gonna get a somewhat of a purifying alignment even within our chakras. So maybe like a purifying alignment of chakra balancing. Great one for that. So how we do this is you simply, and we're going to do this together, everybody. So you can do this on your own later on. I take a picture of the card, post it on Magickal Me, and you can save it to your cell phone, your tablet, whatever you watch on. Save it and take it with you. So anytime you feel like you need it, you need a reminder of it, work with this. Even if you don't think you need it, work with it once a day. This is going to assist the process this week and facilitate this, okay? So you're going to join the tips of the thumbs and index fingers of each hand, forming a closed circle, okay? Like that. Left palm faces inward, so left faces you. Right palm faces outward, and then they barely just touch, okay? So I'm going to just hold this right here in front of my throat chakra. It doesn't designate where you have to hold it, but I'm going to keep it here. I'm going to ask everybody to close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And release, blowing the air out of your mouth. And as you release and blow the air out, focus the energy within your hands. Take another deep breath in. And now begin to feel the energy at the top of your crown as it begins to move in and release. Channeling that energy down into your throat chakra. One last breath in and release. And now state that you say, I awaken the vision of my highest truth. I awaken the vision of my highest truth. I awaken the vision of my highest truth. And so it is. Wow. How does everybody feel? That should have helped to bring you right on down, number one, just the breathing alone. But I guided you a little differently because I felt it happening. I actually felt my crown chakra start to pringle. I actually felt energy start to come down in through my crown chakra, and I could feel it being released and my throat chakra actually be expanded. Our throat chakra is actually our point of truth. Most people think that it's in your solar plexus. It's also in your heart chakra, but in our throat chakra and in having a healthy flowing throat chakra allows us to speak our truth and to live our authentic truth. Okay? Angie, what did you say, sweetheart? That is a buggy mudra, the Dharma. Yes, the Dharma chakra mudra. Okay? A little lightheaded. That makes sense. So what you want to do if you are feeling lightheaded, like Trista, just take another deep breath in. And as you release that breath, push that excess energy down out of the soles of your feet or the base of your spine and send it down into the earth beneath you. So that just means that you took in a lot and you didn't let go of any. Because remember, in order to take in, we got to let out. That's consistent across the board with everything. So if you're feeling a little lightheaded, take some out and send it back down. Yes. Biggie. Okay. I was like, buggy, meaning I thought maybe that was like your term for like a badass one. Like, I wasn't sure, but now I got it. Still, it still resonates, I guess. This mudra is dedicated to the Buddha. Well, I can see why. All right, everybody, I'm going to take a picture. It'll be posted on Magickal Me. You can do this all week long. Remember, if you get too lightheaded, ground out what energy doesn't serve you anymore, because it's purifying, it's coming in, but what is it trying to clear out? You can't keep it. You got to get rid of it. All right? So, love, magical blessings. Remember the messages from the week. If you forget, you need to listen to them again, keep going on. Get this on replay. It's a really important one. I could feel it as I was delivering it. I'm sure a lot of you were feeling it. Very important for our personal evolutions, but also for the collective and the world as well. All right? You are so welcome. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Love and magical blessings, and I will see you back here on Fortune Friday. Bye-bye. Have a great week.